Not Quite Yet by Nickollo Winters, Chapter 5. I woke up in surprise to realize I was in Victor's house. I forgot I fell asleep here, and now I'm up I'm staring at the ceiling. I was resting, and I realized that I had a blanket over me that was touching my wounds that we forgot to wrap up. I heard Victor shift in his bed, and he said, "I know you are up. What's bothering you?" "It's nothing," I said quietly. "All right," he said with a yawn. "I won't miss hanging out with him like this." Sure, my plan has had some bumps in the road, but it is still going pretty smoothly. Soon it will finally be over. All the pain, it would be gone. All that's left is the letters and the final decision of how I will go. Actually, I know how I will end it. All I need is the final goodbyes. I sat there thinking of the different ways to word these letters and how I will make sure that they get there to them. Just 2 more weeks. Just long enough to get people to believe that I'm alright, so no one will stop me. The memories of all my pain flew through my mind, playing on loop. The abuse and bullying still fresh in my mind. While I lacked reason to stay here, all the times I have been injured and verbally assaulted made this choice so easy. I sat here and thought till it was time for us to go to school. What is it going to be today? It's always something. When it came time for us to get up for this day at school, I felt dread, but a bit of happiness that it would be one day closer to the event I couldn't wait for. Victor's door had a knock echo through it, making me jump. "Victor, it's time to wake up," she said through the door. Victor stood, but got up and groggily said, "Thank you, Mom." "It's no problem, dear." Victor looked at me and gave me a smile. "You seem to have forgotten to take your braid out," Victor said with a laugh. "Oh no." Victor braided it while it was partly wet, and even if it's dry, I either have to keep it up or be mistaken for a female for a day. It doesn't sound too bad to me, but honestly, I'd prefer not to be thinking about one of the things my parents like to repeat so often. They wanted a girl, and just because I'm a guy, I am hated. "I'm going to just leave it at this point," I said, looking more. "How about we get those wounds cleaned and wrapped properly?" Victor said, looking at my arms and how I accidentally made them bleed again. "You need to be more careful with these. I may not like that you're doing this to yourself, but if you must insist in doing this, please do it safely." "Yes, sir," I said quietly, looking away from him. As he cleansed my wounds, he asked, "How long have you been hiding these?" "A pretty long time. I don't remember when I even started doing this," I said, feeling him tense up to the realization that he wasn't paying as much attention as he thought he was. "How have you kept it hidden so well and for so long?" He was at the step of bandaging wounds. "Everyone is observant, but not that observant," I said quietly. "Why can't I shut up? I'm saying too much." He's probably wasting his energy worrying because I can't just shut up." Uh, how about a subject change? Victor asked, noticing us both being uncomfortable. Just nodded and he asked, what set of clothes do you want to borrow? Wait, what? I don't plan on borrowing your clothes, I retorted. You only have the clothes from yesterday and last night, and I'm sure they're not letting you wear that bloody mess, he laughed. I guess that's fair, I said, rolling my eyes. How about you try these? Victor said, pushing a gray short sleeve, his hoodie, and some black slacks towards me. I'm not too sure about this, I said, but Victor pushes me to the closet to change. It looks alright, but I don't find them to be comfortable or to fit my aesthetic, but there isn't really any other choice. The bed looked so foreign in this sort of outfit, so I took it down and found that it doesn't look too bad. I walked out of the closet to find him already dressed for the day in his normal outfit, except for a different hoodie that he normally wears. Come on, let's go downstairs and get some food, he said, trying to drag me down there. I'm not hungry, I said, looking away. You need to eat, Gabriel, he said, actually dragging me this time. You're not getting out of it. Fine, I'll try, Lucy, but no promises, I said, shaking a bit, feeling the same feeling I had back then. A sense of fear that I would be hit for stupid reasons. After a while, Victor finished eating and we headed to school. We were there early, even for me. Leto came over to us while we sat in Miss Mavis's room. We sat there talking as we normally would. Gabriel, how are you doing after yesterday? Leto asked, seeming drawn to my face. Why does he seem so interested in my face? I'm doing fine. I have to go use the restroom, I said, leaving the classroom and heading straight through the courtyard to the bathroom. I looked at the mirror and was shocked to see my cheek burst. It wasn't a light bruise, but instead was a super visible one. My eyes had eye bags underneath them as well, that I hadn't noticed till now. How did I get that bruise? I heard the door open and saw someone behind me in the mirror. They grabbed and dragged me out, yelling something about how they finally caught a rabbit or something. Look at this goody two-shoes. He finally got some sort of bad things to happen and he's already broken. His life has probably been so perfect. Why don't we have some fun with him? They said, throwing my arms and pinning them behind my back, making it more difficult to move around. Maybe some squads can make it more realistic. What do you think? They asked another person in the group. That sounds good. What if we do some work with those eyes? Another person laughed. That sounds like a cool idea. They laughed. I saw a silver reflection in their eyes. The shape seemed to match the shape of a knife. Of course, it's just my luck that this would happen. A sharp pain ran through my body as the knife that felt freshly sharpened pressed into my cheek. Release me, I growled. The cold feeling of blood ran down my left cheek. Stay quiet, you stupid boy, he said, putting the knife near my eye. You're just weak. I heard Victor's footsteps behind them. Victor's sudden presence made them flinch and actually stab me in the eye. And to everybody's surprise, even my own, I hardly reacted. They let me go and I stood up. I pulled the knife out of my eye and tossed it to the side. Without a word, I walked out, even leaving my school supplies and books here. I walked home using the opportunity I had to go up to my room. On my way up, I took a knife from the kitchen. Yeah, I can't wait 2 weeks. It ends today. I grabbed my pen and wrote out a note for Victor and Sylvia. Sylvia and I were friends, but I was never hung out with her. Well, Victor hung out with her more. We were close, but just not too close. I shared some classes with her, but for the past week she's been absent for vacation. Of course she's absent the week everything goes down. I never found much fondness towards her. Well, she took a liking to me. You know what? I'll just leave a note for Victor. He's the only one that would notice and probably care. I wrote the note out carefully, watching to make sure every letter was perfect, and that there was not a single misspelling. The note read, Dear Victor, I have decided that I will be taking a permanent leave. The constant abuse and bullying has put me at the very end. I was supposed to be waiting for 2 more weeks before my exit, but certain factors made it set up for today. I'm sorry to leave you here in this world, but I just couldn't do it anymore. Please take care of everyone for me and try to forget my existence. I was never worth your time and energy you wasted caring about me. The world would be better off without me. Goodbye, Lucy, and stay strong. Sincerely, Gabriel. I dropped my pen and carefully folded the page, putting it in the pocket of his hoodie before I neatly folded his hoodie and placed it on my bed. At this point, the school day was nearly over, but I took the knife I grabbed when I first returned home and cut my arms deeply, hitting the veins and arteries on both sides, causing a half their effect. Before I passed out, I heard my bedroom door open and someone drop right by my side, crying. And then there was black.